Hello everyone, welcome back to SFDC Panther. My name is Amit Singh and the previous video was all about how we can launch a flow from our utility bar. So as we talked about in the previous video, like next video is going to be how we can display the toast notification whenever a particular event occurs in the screen flows. So that's what we are going to display over here. Okay. So when we can display the screen flow notifications, or we say the toast notifications, what could be the use case? So there might be a use case whenever a record is created. You might want it to display the success message to the user. You wanted to display some information message. There is any error or there is any kind of warning. So these are the some of the types of I'll say that the toast notification that I have that are there in Salesforce. So that's what we are going to show over here. We are going to take use of our previous flow itself that we have created, which was for checking the status of an existing case or creating a new case record. Whenever a new case is created, basically we are going to display a success information, and that is what we are going to basically do over here. But we will also talk about how to display the different kind of error message as well, different kind of toast notifications. So first we will talk about how to display the different kind of toast notifications. Then we will talk about how to incorporate that success message toast in our previous existing flow that we have created for creating a case record. For this purpose, we are basically going to use Lightning Web Component because directly we cannot display the toast notification. So we will be using a Lightning Web Component which is already developed. You will also get the link for the blog post, link for the code which is used in this video. So you don't need to worry about that. You just need to see how to use that component. So you can also just go ahead, get the code, create Lightning Web Component if you are a developer. If you are an admin, you will get a link to the package installation so that you can install the code, you can install the component and directly use in your flow. Okay, so we will skip that part for creating the component and or installing the package. So this was the previous video flow that we have developed. It looks like a huge and complex flow, but it is very simple flow. If you have followed the previous video, you will know. If you have missed the previous videos, please get the link in the description and watch those videos. Those are really helpful and a real-time scenario that we have just covered. Now what we will do is we will keep this flow open. We'll get back to setup, and from setup you will search for flows, and we will be here. What we have to do is we just need to click on new flow, and here in this new flow basically we are going to work on the different notifications that user can see whenever any kind of either a record is created or there are some other customized notifications. So notification can be displayed in the screen flows because that is where the user interaction is there. Okay, so we are going to display the screen flow and we are going to use the screen flow in order to display the toast notification. So the very first thing is that we are going to add a new screen over here. So just go ahead, click on plus and then again screen. Here we will say that notification screen, and basically there are 4 types of notification in Salesforce. One is the success, the green notification. Then there is a warning, a yellow color, error, which is basically red color, information, which is in gray color. Okay, so we will see all kind of notifications, and there is one more which is basically a complex one. So that is also going to be here. So what you need to do is after installing the package or after creating the component and deploying to Salesforce org, search for toast component. This is the component which I have developed. So just drag and drop to the canvas area, and here what you need to do is, let's say that toast, or let's say that we are going to say that success toast. We are going to display the success toast over here. So you can see it has a lot of information. It is asking, it has got button label. So it says that text which will be displayed over the URL. For example, click here, or go to. Okay, we're not going to use for success toast. Then we have got delay. If you wanted to add a delay, for example, you wanted to display the toast notification after 1 second or 3 seconds, you can provide the values in milliseconds. So if you see over here, it says that time in milliseconds if you want to delay the display, delay to display the toast. Navigate to URL. If you wanted to navigate to the user, we are not going to work on that. Record name is again the part of complex flow. This is a toast message which we are going to display. What toast message we will say here? We will say that success, or let's say that record created successfully. What is the title? We will say success. Now what is a variant? There are 4 variants. I have already discussed, right? If you click on this, it says that the type of toast you wanted to display. Valid values are info, success, warning, or error. We wanted to display success, so I will use success over here. This is just a simple toast for success. Okay, again just go ahead and drag and drop the component over here. This time I'm going to say that error notification. Again, just get rid of everything. Error, I'm going to say that record not created. Okay, what is the title? Error. What is the type? Type is error. Okay, this is the second type of notification. Then just go ahead and click on show toast. Okay, what we will do is we will say, okay, this time warning. Again, what message we will say is, we will say that you are running out of storage, and title we can say that storage warning. And what is the variant? Warning. Okay, then there is one which says that information. We can also drag and drop. Okay, and we will say that info toast. The message I will say and just information. It can be anything. Title is, let's say that information, and the variant is already info. Okay, so this is what we have got. 4 component, 4 type of toast. And you might wanted to use one toast in your one screen, different kind of toast in the different screen. That is completely dependent on your requirement. Now there is one more thing that I would like to show over here is, but before that I will just go ahead and click on done, and then we have to save this notification. So we'll say that toast notification component and save this. So this is our flow that we have just developed. The one thing that we have is we cannot debug this flow because success toast cannot be displayed in debug mode. So we directly have to activate this flow. Once we have activated the flow, what we have to do is we have to add that flow somewhere. So let's quickly add the flow over here under case record page as well. I'm going to click on just gear icon and then click on edit page. Once you are here, you just need to select flow and drag and drop anywhere you want. Okay, now you have just selected the flow component. Here we need to select what flow we wanted to. So we have got case notification component, okay, which was toast notification component. Select that, then just go ahead. You see the blue save button. Click on that. It might ask you to do the activation like this. So just go ahead and click on this activate record. Assign as org default, and just click on next. Save it. So now we have saved this record. Okay, not record, this record page. The activation setting changed. We just need to go ahead and click on this back button. So now as soon as we will be loading the component will be loaded. We will be basically we are going to pop up that notifications, like the 3 notification at once and then the 4th notification at once, because that is the limit from Salesforce. You can only display 3 notifications at a time. So let's wait for this record page to get loaded. So basically I think that flow is not added over here, that's why we're not getting the notification. So I'll just go ahead and again verify this record page. Okay, we'll go ahead, click on edit and then edit page. Sorry, from gear icon I'll get back to edit page. I'll make sure that the flow is added into the record page, and then after that we will definitely see the flow, the toast notifications. So you can see here, right, the flow is not added. I'm not sure what went wrong. So we again had to go ahead and drag and drop the flow wherever we want. I'm adding under milestone, and my component is toast notification component. Okay, I will go ahead and click on save. Okay, it is again asking me to activate. Don't know what went wrong. Assign as org default for desktop only. Click next. Go ahead and save this. The activation settings are changed. I will again go ahead and click on save. The reason I'm clicking on save, so that I can make sure this time this component is added. Now the component is added. Let's get back to our record page. So even after adding it after adding this component to here, again that didn't came. I think there is some issue with this. So what I'll do is, I already have added the component under home page. So I'll get back to the home page. Okay, and this is the component. You see this is loading. Sorry, not component, the flow which I have added over here. So this is loading. What I will do is, you see here the storage, null pointer exception, information, and they will go, and then we will see the success information. Okay, I will also add my component which we have just created, so that we can see actually what are all the notifications that are coming in. So I'll just go ahead, add the component over here. I know that we already added into the previous component, but there is something wrong, which is not actually reflecting that flow in the record page of a service console application. So it might be because of the record default, but that's okay for us. That's not a big deal. We are just going to add our flow over here under the home page. So the flow is here. I'm just going to select this component, okay, which is already there in the home page. And instead of toast component, I will select my component, which is toast notification component, okay, because this is our component, not our component. This is our flow which we have created. The changes are saved. We will just get back to our home page, and hopefully this time we will be able to see the notifications that we have developed in the video. So you see here our component is getting loaded. As soon as the component is loaded, we will see those notifications. You can see storage warning, error, successful, because in this order we actually added our components. And then at the end we have got information, and the flow is toast notification component. Okay, now there is one thing that I would like to show you over here is, for example, if we get back to the let's say that we are getting back to a particular object page, which could be, say that, account. Now as we have seen the flow notifications, the toast notifications, I'm here under account. I just wanted to show you one thing. Okay, I'll just go ahead and click on new and say, okay, I'm just giving some simple name, okay, simple account, and go ahead and click on save. So once I click on save, what will happen? There will be a toast notification generated. You see here, account, simple account was created. If I click here, it actually takes me to the account page. What if we wanted to generate the toast notification from the flow like this? Okay, so for that we can get back to our toast notification component, and that is the flow. Basically, we will go ahead and click on save as. So we are basically creating a new version. Then we will just go ahead and edit this flow. Okay, sorry, the screen element, just add, and then here what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all these components now. Okay, just going to have one component, that's it. This is one component that we have. Instead of info, I'm going to rename it as success, and here I'm going to change the variant as success. Now here, okay, it says that success toast to 1. Okay, now it says that button, right? This is where this button label comes into the picture. What it says that click here, so I'll say click here. Okay, I don't want to delay. What is the URL where I wanted to actually navigate to? So it says that, okay, URL where user will be redirected after clicking on. Okay, and then what is this? The name of the record which has been created, for example, oil gas account. Okay, so let's quickly say that simple account is the name. Okay, and where we wanted to navigate the user to go. So let's quickly go ahead, copy the same URL. Okay, and then we are going to put over here. You can make this URL as a dynamic, that can be coming from a flow, that can be coming from a previous URL, from anywhere it can come. Okay, and then this is the one thing that I wanted to show. Sometimes this toast notification should be displayed based on some values. For example, let's quickly have a number. Okay, we will say that number. Now just say that input number. Let's make it as required. And what we can have is, we can display this toast notification when the value of this input field is greater than 1. Okay, so for that, just go ahead and select this, select component visibility, instead of always select and then click on new condition. What resource we have? Number, we will say is greater than 0. So if there is greater than 0, then we are going to display. Go ahead and click on done. Then again save your flow. After saving this flow, you can just go ahead and activate this and get back to your whatever the application that you are in. Then select the home page. Once we select the home page, it is again going to load the flow. You see here we've got input. If we say 1, as soon as say 1, okay, it says that information and just information. Okay, we had to get back and refresh this page, and again we will just go ahead. The flow is basically working fine. There is something we need to check. Okay, now when we wanted to display the message where we say that okay, this record has been created, click here to go there. How we have to do is, the toast notification should be like this. We will say that record, then you will use curly braces, put 0, and we'll say that is created, and then we will say that okay, 1, click here to visit record. Okay, now this 0 is going to be replaced by this simple amount, then 1 is basically going to be okay, it will say that simple account is created, and then this 1 is going to replace with here click here, and behind this click here this URL is going to be sitting. Okay, then go ahead, click on done, because that is how it is going to working. It actually works behind the scene. You need to provide that way, and then after you did that, you have to activate the flow, and this time I'll just go ahead, refresh the page, and then whenever we will be putting any number, we will be able to see the message like that. Let's quickly put number 1. You see here record simple account is created, click here to visit. As soon as I click, okay, yeah, I did click, and it checked, it did took me to the particular URL which I have provided for that. Okay, so that is how you actually have the multiple toast notification inside a flow. Now whenever you are having here, let's quickly get back to our flow, which is basically for creating the existing case. Okay, what you can have is, whenever the record is created, this is the success message that we actually displayed over here, right? This particular screen. What we can do is, we go ahead, click on edit element, and we say okay, just go ahead and add a toast component over here, and then here what you can say is success message. We don't need to display anything. The title is, we will say that success, and toast message we will say that record created successfully. Okay, variant is success. So that is how basically you can use the toast notification and click on done. Now, one thing that you might be wondering, if you wanted to give the ability like case is created, click here to navigate to that case, which will be really good functionality for your users. What you can do is, first you have to query the case record so that you can get the case number. So just go ahead and click on plus, click on get record, and we will say that get case record. Which object it is? Again, it is a case object. Now what we will do is, we'll say that ID, because we have the case ID, okay, equal to, then we have 2 case create record, right? But at a time only 1 will be executed. So we will say okay, ID from create new case. Okay, this is what case ID from create new case. We can have or, so it can be either this or this. So we'll say ID equal to, again we'll just scroll down, or we will say case ID from create case record. So basically we are having anywhere, like which one could have, any one path will be followed, and any one of the condition will definitely be true, and click on done. Now you have got this. Okay, now what we need to do is, just go ahead, click on this edit element for the screen flow. I'll select toast component. Now navigate to URL is something that I have to put. So how I'm going to put that navigate to URL, I will show you. But first, let's quickly add our toast notification. We will say that record, and let's say that case, and case number here we will say that 0. This is created successfully. Then we will say that 1, click here to navigate. Okay, now this is what we have, case 0 is created successfully. And how we are going to give case now, what is going to be the record name? This is going to be case get from case record and case number. This is what we are going to have over here. We will give case number. What is button label? We will say that click here. There is no delay. The navigation URL is pending. Before that, let's quickly say that case, and here we will say case number, whatever we have got. So we will say whatever the case number is created successfully. Now for the toast notification, what actually we need to do is, we need to get base URL first. So how we will do that? So to do that, just go ahead and click on navigate to URL and click new resource. and we will select a formula field, and we will say that fm base URL. What is the data type? Data type is text. Okay. Now what is the formula? So the formula is already there with me. I'll just go ahead, copy paste. So this is the formula that we have. Okay. Partner, like $API under resources, you will find dollar. Okay. You will find $API. Then you have partner server. You will say partner server URL. Okay. So basically we have got partner server URL 260. We find what the where is the services. This is the formula just to get the base URL of Salesforce. Okay. I've just got the base URL. And then what I have to do is I have to just go ahead, put a /. Okay. And now what I have to do is I'll use, okay, whatever I have got, like get case record and ID. So by way, what will happen, this is how it is going to be. I'm going to get this base URL as a base URL, and then whatever the case ID will be there, which we'll put at the top. Okay, over here like this, you're going to put that. Or if you want to develop like this, you can say, okay, this is what I'm going to say. Over here we will say we have got /. Let's quickly say lightning or, and we will say that case. Then we have got case ID. Then we have got / and view. So we can develop whatever the URL we want, but this is the URL for the case, how it is going to look like. So here it is going to be case, then it is going to be case ID, and then view. Okay. So like this, we are preparing our base URL dynamically for the case object. Once we are done with this, we have to go ahead and click on save, and after saving it, we had to activate this flow. So once we did activate, let's quickly get back to application. Then we will refresh this page. So we have to select this case flow from our utility bar. We will select existing case, click on new. Any single thing I can just put over here. So I have just given, okay, test notification, installation, and whatever it is, I'll just go ahead and click on next. So I can say here case, whatever the case is, click here. If I click here, I will be navigated to the particular case URL. Okay. And you see here, we've got this case completed successfully. So we have got this case number as well. We have got the message, and everything is working perfectly fine. So just go ahead and click on finish. So that is how basically you can display the post notification in your screen flows based on what your requirement is and how you actually wanted to display the post notifications. For the code, again, you don't need to worry about that. You will get the link of the code in the description of the video. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Please do like, share, subscribe the channel, subscribe our new channel, as well as the description. The link is there in the description, and we will meet in the next video where we are going to talk about what are login flows.